Selena Gomez has had her big return to music with her new album, I Said I Loved You First, which is a collaboration with her fiancé, Benny Blanco, acclaimed music producer and writer. So I'm going to give a brief overview of Selena's career and then go into her new album, breaking down the songs and lyrics and my thoughts about it. So we all know Selena Gomez, childhood Disney star of the hit show Wizards of Waverly Place, and teen pop star with her hits like I Love You Like a Love Song and I Keep Hitting Repeat Beep 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 and Who Says You're Not Perfect. But she would leave behind her band, Selena Gomez in the Scene, in 2012, going solo, releasing her first solo album, Stars Dance. And she would continue to have success in her solo endeavors with her hit song Come and Get It. And after finishing her recording contract with the Disney-owned Hollywood Records, she would move to Interscope Records. In 2015, she would release the first album under Interscope Records, Revival, and then in 2020, she would release another, Rare. Revival had the hit song Hands to Myself.
I mean, I could, but why would I want to?
And it would also have Kill 'Em With Kindness and Same Old Love, which would be produced by her future fiancé, Benny Blanco. Cute. I like Benny Blanco because you know I'm a huge Halsey fan, and East Side is such an iconic part of Halsey's lore and a big motif throughout her music. But between Selena's albums Revival and Rare, she also had this super iconic era of Bad Liar and Fetish. I've never really been a Selena music fan, but this era and these two songs have a chokehold on me. Bad Liar is probably one of my top pop songs ever. It's such an interesting experimental sound.
Oh, if my feelings on fire, guess I'm a bad liar.
The music videos had great visuals. I know I'm not the only person who feels this way because I know there are a lot of Fetish fans out there. And people thought she was gearing up to release an album around this time in 2017, but an album never came. But she would release new music in 2020 with her album Rare that shared the name of her makeup company, Rare Beauty. Never tried it, but would love to. But since releasing Rare, she's gone on to focus more on acting, being a star in the comedy drama Only Murders in the Building, and also starring in the controversial but acclaimed movie Amelia Perez. Despite this, she would continue to release some singles here and there, like Single Soon and Love On. Single Soon was also produced by Benny, and in December of 2023, Selena officially confirmed her relationship with Benny Blanco, and in December of 2024, a year later, they would announce that they're engaged. But Selena's relationship has not been without scrutiny and judgment. Online, there has always been these huge feud rumors with Selena Gomez and how she relates to her ex-boyfriend, Justin Bieber, and his wife, Hailey Baldwin, now Bieber. Unfortunately, this relationship, Jelena, was a huge staple in 2010s pop culture, and the public just isn't ready to move on. Anytime fans can attribute a connection between Hailey and Selena, it's pointed out and blown way up. Although there is some evidence to support the fact that it seems like Selena and Hailey have been, maybe intentionally or unintentionally, stoking the fires themselves, engaging in social media sub-posting, or liking and commenting on negative posts or videos about the other on TikTok. Both these girls are so chronically online. So Selena announcing her engagement and releasing music with her fiancé, Benny, shocked Selena and Bieber fans to the core, which is crazy because he's married and has a baby now, but Selena can never move on, I guess. A large narrative of this album explores moving on and leaving the past alone. Her album, I Said I Love You First, is a 14-track album that explores growth, aging, past, and falling in love. Selena and Benny are listed as writers on every song on the album, and Benny's listed as a producer on every song on the album, but they work with a variety of collaborators throughout. The album opens with an audio of Selena giving a tearful speech on her last day of the Wizards of Waverly Place set, thanking the crew members for raising her and being her family. Also, her teenage years coming to an end because basically her whole teen life was on the set and filming Wizards of Waverly Place. But then in the next song, Younger and Hotter Than Me, we jump to Selena now as an adult, in her 30s, expressing her insecurity with aging. Selena sings, "And I hate what I wore, but I hate myself more. For thinking you were different, wish I'd never loved you. We're not getting any younger, but your girlfriends seem to." These first two songs were also written and produced with Phineas O'Connell. To me, although this song could be a reference to Selena's exes moving on and dating younger women, because of the imagery in the music video and the first song on the album referencing Wizards of Waverly Place and the set of Wizards of Waverly Place in the music video. I think this is also a message of the industry and how everyone being on Disney Channel and being on set is always going to be younger and hotter than she is, and she's never going to get any younger, but the industry will always bring in new people. Next, we have a song that includes one of the features, Call Me When You Break Up, featuring indie pop folk artist Gracie Abrams, known for songs like I Love You, I'm Sorry, and That's So True. This is a really fun, cute collab from both of them, and one of my favorite songs on the album. This song kind of has a fun double meaning too, with the contrast between Selena and Gracie's lines. In Selena's lines, she seems to be referencing a friend and telling them that she's like gonna boost them up and they'll reconnect after she breaks up with a guy, while Gracie seems to be talking more literally like, call me when you break up because I want to get with you, to a guy. Gracie and Selena mesh well together on this song, and I think these are the kind of songs I like Gracie best that are more playful. And this is kind of a classic like whisper singing pop song that is a style that both Selena and Gracie are known for. The worst thing about this song is that it's only 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Why is it so short? So I went to look at one of the TikToks of Call Me When You Break Up with Gracie and Selena recording lip syncing to the song. And the top comment is, why does Gracie look so much like Hailey Bieber with 84,000 likes? The next top comment is, who else thought this was Hailey Baldwin with 37,000 likes? This is how much the Selena, Justin, Hailey web has brainwashed people. It's their number one thing they think of. Like on this other TikTok post, the comments are like, I once saw Selena Gomez wearing hair clips and a choker, so I bought hair clips and a choker. Hailey Bieber. Why did I think that was Hailey Bieber? Talking about Gracie again. So basically, Hailey is the one telling Justin, call me when you break up. That's actually what I get from this. The stalker is lurking around waiting for Selena to leave. Hailey about to post wearing hair clips and a choker. And even though these comments seem kind of like pro-Selena on Selena's side, imagine if you were Selena and you checked your TikTok post for your new song and all the comments are about your ex-boyfriend's wife. It's kind of disrespectful to her, even though people are acting like they're just memeing and joking about Hailey. Next we have Ojos Tristes, a song that starts in English and then transitions into Spanish. She sings about a boy with sad eyes who's lonely, but when they're together, their life is filled with happiness, but now she has to leave, no matter how much emotional pain it will cause to him. Next we have track 5, Don't Wanna Cry, a great bop with sad lyrics, also quite revealing of Selena's emotional state, wanting to move on, feeling like she's stuck in this horrible relationship, and she blames herself for not leaving. At the end, though, she has an uplifting, now I found another hand to hold, showing that she's out of this situation and isn't crying as much as she used to. This track is followed by Sunset Boulevard, a sensual synth pop song where Selena sings about being in a new romance and not caring who sees it because she's so in love she doesn't care about what the public thinks. Selena and Benny have also revealed that their first date was at Sunset Boulevard, so this is a reference to that. This song is also quite cheeky and has a lot of innuendo in it, and this sensual theme continues into the next song on the album, Cowboy, which seems to be about celebrating female pleasure with a whisper pop sound. And being in love with the moment and where you are continues into the next song, Bluest Flame, which is more of a hyper pop sound. I thought this song was very reheating Charlie's nachos, as they say. Then I learned that Charli XCX is actually one of the co-writers on this song, so I guess Charlie's making the nachos. But I learned that Same Old Love, which Benny and Selena both worked on, Charli XCX also worked on, so it's a fun fact. But this song is very brat, and it's just a fun, repetitive hook and sound. Next we have How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten, a bit of a tonal shift where Selena sings about a third person kind of coming in and trying to break up their relationship, but Selena's not even bothering with this third person, saying, he loves me, I love him, look at you, just look at you now.
You're so embarrassing. Go cry when no one's watching.
Well, the next song we have, Do You Want to Be Perfect, is an interlude where it portrays like a commercial talking about how to be perfect and how to be sexy, and with easy payments you can get this miracle product. But then Selena interrupts the infomercial and just says, no more of the unrealistic standards of perfect, it's so boring.
Actually, just be exactly who you are. There's literally no one like you.
which also goes into the theme of younger and hotter than me, how she feels to be an older woman in pop music and the standards placed upon her, and definitely Selena being the most followed person on Instagram. Any picture she posts or any video she's in is heavily scrutinized. Selena's also a celebrity that I see a lot of body shaming content on social media, and she's had to respond to body shaming backlash quite a few times. I do find it a little bit ironic because she runs a beauty line, and of course the ethos and message behind her beauty line can be like individuality, but also she's still marketing a beauty standard. The next song in the album, You Said You Were Sorry, a bit of a tonal shift of a sadder, slower song. In this one, Selena sings about her new flame that she's in love with and she finally understands love, but she had a dream where someone from her past apologized and said they were sorry for everything, and they finally forgave each other. She's more happy without them, more now than I ever was. And Selena says this is her favorite song in the album, and actually a true story of a vivid dream she had of someone from her past apologizing, and then she told him about it, and that it doesn't need to be resolved in real life like it was in the dream. The next song in the album is I Can't Get Enough, which is actually a 2019 Selena Gomez release, and it's a bilingual collab song between Selena Gomez, J Balvin, Benny Blanco, and Taney about not being able to get enough of someone's love. Selena wanted to put this song on the album to reference the earlier part of her and Benny's relationship when they were just friends, collaborating together. Next, we go to the second last song on the album, Don't Take It Personally. This one has definitely stirred up some drama because people believe it's about, of course, Justin Bieber. In this song, Selena sings about taking someone's place in a relationship, saying, he sleeps in my bed, I met his parents, it's official. Also saying, we both know he loves me, oh honey, you deserve it. I know you're gonna find somebody perfect. Please don't take it personally. Some things just aren't meant to be. When I first heard this song, I potentially thought it could be about Selena singing to Benny's ex because it seems like she's the new woman in his life, so it wouldn't make sense even in a Jelena perspective. But then Selena did say in her audio narration that she was the person that this was told to. And if you think about it that way, it does make sense with the Jelena narrative, like this is something that Hailey Bieber told her. In a way, it's not actually a particularly mean-spirited song because she does say, I know you're going to find somebody perfect, some things just aren't meant to be, please don't take it personally. And finally, the last song on the album, Scared of Loving You, which was actually the first song released on Valentine's Day when the album was announced. And this song is actually not about Selena being scared of loving someone, but scared of losing them. And at the end of the day, Selena just wants someone to be steady and support her and be by her side. So overall, this was a great Selena Gomez album, and I really feel like I got to know her on a more personal level, which I do feel like is missing from some of her older music. A more personal preference I have with music is being able to understand and like relate to the lyrics, and Selena's known for kind of like impersonal bangers. Actually, when writing this video, I realized she has even more bangers than I realized. She's had so many successful songs, and I feel like she doesn't get credit as a pop artist. I think a lot of people, me included, kind of primarily see her as an actress. But her music has always been very produced, and that's fine. But I think with this collaboration with Benny and Selena, we got a lot more introspection into her actual life and what she actually thinks, which I think has been a change in her music, first since moving to a new record label, and I think especially with Rare. We saw that shift in her music. I would say Rare is probably my favorite Selena Gomez album because I felt like it was very authentic to her. And I think I Said I Love You First continues that change in her music. Understanding this album as the love story from before Benny and Selena met to while they're together to looking into their future, it does really come together. And also Selena's letting go of a lot of past parts of herself, not just from her past relationships, but also letting go of Wizards of Waverly Place, which of course is the intro song giving her farewell speech to the cast. And that was a huge part of Selena's life that she's moved on from. And I think it's interesting to hear from her in her own words. I haven't been super up to date with Selena Gomez because I know she's on social media a lot. She's one of those celebrities that is like, I'm taking a social media break, and then she's back 10 hours later. So I've been hearing though for years about this Justin Bieber, Hailey Bieber, Selena Gomez situation. And I think a lot of words have been put in all their mouths about how they feel about it, because from this album, if it is her authentic truth, it doesn't really seem like she cares that much about Justin anymore or his relationship, and she is ready to move on. Of course, I'm sure people will say that's a front and call me when you break up's about him or whatever. I guess that's a hard part of being a celebrity where your personal life has become very publicized in your dating life, because in the music, people are always going to be trying to dissect who she could be talking about with those songs. And with Justin Bieber being her most famous ex, people are always going to think about him when she's talking about a breakup or a past relationship or someone who cheated on her, did her wrong or whatever in her teens. And she should be able to share that story without backlash, because at the end of the day, that is part of her life and something that she went through. Sonically, this album is nice. It's a little expected from Selena's sound. I do enjoy the direction that Selena's taking her music in. I think she's improved being able to tell stories through her songs, and I hope that she could take a step back from like social media posting and stuff, making her art speak for herself about certain situations. I would give this album a 4 out of 5 stars. I will say Call Me When You Break Up, Sunset Boulevard, and Don't Wanna Cry are my favorites from the album and have been added to my 2025 playlist. So let me know what you would rate this album, what your favorite songs were, and let me know if there's any other albums you'd want me to make a video like this for. Thanks, bye!